All right, hello. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking apart or taking the front wheel off of this 2007 Yamaha V-Star 1100, and it is actually quite simple, right? So some of the tools that we're going to use to take this off. Okay, this is a 19 millimeter socket. You need a 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 6, and another type of a ratchet set. Okay, so first thing that we want to do, we want to elevate the bike, and I already have it on my jack, right? And then the wheel is spinning. There's no issues. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do before doing anything, right, we want to remove or loosen off the these bolts right here. That's a 12 millimeter. We have to take the brakes off on both sides. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Just going to set this up. Okay. That's the second bolt, and with a 10 millimeter we want to remove the bracket right about here. The bracket is located, the bracket is bolt located right over here, so it holds this bracket. So I'm just going to place the camera right here. Okay. Okay, now we're just going to take the brake off. We're just going to leave it right here. Let it hang right here. Or if you have a some type of a zap strap, we can hang it. But you know what? I'm just going to place it right here, right now, just like this. This is not hurting anything. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay. Just gonna move the wheel this way. Okay, and I can remove the bracket right now, just right here. Okay, that's loose. And now bolts. I'm just gonna loosen them off, that way I can use my fingers on both of them. Okay. And they just pop off, and then we're going to do the same thing. Just going to go and hang him right here for now. Not a problem. Okay, next thing that we want to do, we want to loosen off the 6 millimeter Allen, okay, to undo the pinch bolt. Okay, 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 and that's fine. We just want to loose. Okay, next. Okay, I'm just gonna move the wheel this way. So with the 19 millimeter, okay, socket, now we're gonna undo the main axle, and I have already loosened this off. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna place this right over here, like this. Okay, so I have my axle, and I'm just holding on to it. I'm going to pull it out. Okay, okay, there, comes out, and the wheel comes out with no problems. Okay, on both sides we have spacers, so I'm just going to take this spacer on this side, place it right here. Take this spacer and place it right over here. Okay. Okay, to continue on. Okay, I got everything off, so I have everything left placed in order, how I took everything off with all the spacers, right? Also, I took my bungee cords and I just hang the brakes. That way the cables up here are not pinched or just taking all the strain. Also, what I did, and this is for the mechanic, right? I took a white marker and I just marked the direction of the tire where it was going. Also, see, the direction is right here, but so that way it's just easier for them. And I did this on both sides. That way it's just easier for the mechanic. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this tire to the local shop. They're excellent. They do some good work, and I'm going to replace the tire. And then once this is done, I'll continue on with this video. All right, I just picked up my new tire from what is it? Burns Motor Works. Tire is good to go. We can see the arrows. Everything is good. The arrow is that way. Now I'm going to take this guy home, and we were going to go and balance it. All right, see you on the next one. Okay, so what we have done, we have the tire, brand new tire here. So now before we put it on the bike, we have to balance it. So I just purchased this a little balancing contraption, right? And this is how you use it. So basically you're going to take this out, put it right through the main axle, put this guy in, make it tight-ish. Okay, and now I'm just going to go and tighten this up with my Allen key. Okay, so that's done. Next, what we want to do, we're going to put the tire back on, and we have to find where the heaviest part is. So right now we have no idea, so let the tire tell us. Right, so I'm just going to leave it here for a minute or two. There's my valve. Okay, I'll move it this way, and it's not moving. Maybe it's perfectly balanced, I don't know. Okay, okay. Also, when just come on this side for a second, when you put the tire on, and yeah, the mechanics actually do an excellent job, right? The dot is on the tire and aligned with the valve, and maybe we may not need any weights, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this out. So first of all, we're going to go 45 degrees, okay, and let go. Okay, the tire is still moving. Okay, let it move to the appropriate spot, and once it moves, it may take about a minute or two, but you got to let the tire find the heaviest part, which is going to be somewhere at the bottom. Now we just got to wait till this tire stops completely moving. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the tire is stopped. So what I do, just to make this very simple for me, I just take the tape and I just go right about here, somewhere in the middle. This is where I'm going to start putting my weights, right here. So now I'm going to be playing with the weights and see how this is going to go. So we're going to start slow, and what I have is I have basic a 1/4 of an ounce weight, and I'm just going to be slapping them on. Okay, so we're going to start with one, and I'm just going to glue it right where this tape is. Okay, I'm going to glue it just for now. Okay, so now what I got to do is I got to do a test, right? I'm going to go 45 like this and see if it moves. Okay. Okay, this doesn't move. Okay. Now another 45. Leave it. And the tire doesn't move. Okay, one more time. This way. And the tire is perfectly balanced. So what is that telling me? That all I need is a 1/4 of an ounce right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this off. Okay, put a quarter of an ounce weight, and we're going to stick this guy on right where it was. Okay, and we want it right here. Okay, I'm just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Okay, good. And we're going to do another test, right? And again, I'm going to place the tire 45, let go, and it's perfect. It doesn't move. Okay, another 45 right here. And it doesn't move. So this tire right now, it's balanced. So if it wasn't, right, if it was going up and down, you just got to add and subtract the weights. So right now, this tire is it is balanced. Okay, so just going to take this off of the machine. Okay, and now we are ready, almost ready to reassemble this tire back on the bike. Okay. Just before slapping everything on, what we're going to do is we're going to grease the axles and the spacers. And the grease I'm using is waterproof grease, right? High temperature racing, made by Racing Oils Maxima. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just going to take a little bit of grease and I'm going to apply on the axle. That way it's going to be easier for the next guy to take everything off. And I'm just going to place it right over here. Okay, a little bit inside the spacers. Okay, inside the spacer right here. Okay, now we are ready to reassemble all the tire. So just like I said, I have my little arrows that I pointed, but if I didn't mark this down right on the tire, when we flip this over, we will see the rotation. So we want it rotate this way. So I have my tire like this, right? Before putting it on, we're going to replace the spacers, and there's two little lines right here, 1 and 2. You want them on the inside like this, so they're not visible. Okay, one here and one on the other side, just like this. Okay, and all I'm doing now is just moving the tire back in, and now we're gonna play with the tire a little bit. It's coming along. Okay. Okay, good. The bolt is in. Okay. So what I'm gonna, okay, so I have my axle in, so now I'm just gonna go and tighten this up. Okay. I'm not torquing anything yet. I'm just putting it up there. Next, what we want to do, we're gonna put the brakes back on. So just gonna go like this, unhook them. Right. Have a quick look. The brakes actually look very good, no issues. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to align the brakes with the disc, just like this, and place my bolts in.
1 and 2. Okay. So these are 12 millimeters. And again, we're not torquing anything yet. We're just loosely putting everything back on this side.
Okay. Also, we want to put the bracket back in. Okay, and this is a 10 millimeter. Okay. Okay, that one I don't have the torque for, and I'm just gonna go and tighten this up here very shortly. Okay, so now we move on the other side, and we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, I'm just gonna take this off, check my brakes, and the brakes look awesome, no issues. And we're just gonna line and put the bolts in.
Okay, 1 and 2. Okay.
And the bolt to hold the bracket. Okay, this is good. So we have everything on, no issues. Next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna torque everything. And we're gonna start with the axle. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm using my torque wrench and I'm gonna tighten up the axle to 43 foot-pounds. I already have this preset and we're just gonna go and torque this. Okay, she's good to go. Okay, so next we're gonna torque the axle pinch bolt, which is located right over here, and I have everything already preset to 14 foot-pounds. Just gonna go like this. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so next we're gonna torque the brake caliper pinch bolts. Those ones, and they are 29 foot-pounds, and I already have this preset. So let's just go up here. Okay, good. One more check here. Good. And good. Okay, now the other side. Same thing. Good. And good. Okay, and last thing that we're going to do, we're going to just tighten up the bolts are holding the bracket with a 10 millimeter, and I don't have the specific torque, so I'm just going to go and feel it that way. Okay, this is good, this is good, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm happy with that. So the last thing I like doing is taking my marker and marking my bolts. That way I know 100% they are torqued. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to put a marker, and I'm going to go and put a mark. Right, one here, one here. That way I know for a fact the bolts are torqued to the spec, and that will indicate if the bolts are moving. So also I'm going to do it on this side, right here, and right here. Also, what we're going to do, since I have my axle torqued, I'm going to put a mark right here on the bolt and the pinch bolt. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to lower the bike, but is how to take the front tire off of this 2007 Yamaha V-Star 1100. It's actually very simple, nothing to it, and I'm sure you guys can do it. And if you really like this video and helped you out, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you on the next one.